Welcome back. The pilot worked. 18 days down to 6. Revenue recovered. Controls a risk officer signed. It would be so easy to declare victory here, and it would be a mistake, because the graveyard of improvement projects is full of gains that were real for a quarter and then quietly gone. The queue owner gets promoted, the checklist becomes optional, and one Tuesday the process is 18 days again and nobody noticed it slip. The control phase exists to prevent exactly that. Today we make 6 days survive the team that built it. We make it the process, not the project. One idea anchors this phase. An improvement without control is a loan, not a gift. The process borrows a better number for a while and pays it back the moment attention moves on. Control is what converts the loan into ownership. It has 3 parts, and you need all 3. A way to see the process drifting in real time before a client feels it. A written plan that names who does what and what to do when a number goes out of bounds. And a rhythm. A standard, a dashboard, an owner that makes the new way the path of least resistance. So doing it right is easier than doing it wrong. First, sight. Nadia opens the control chart, and she picks the right one on purpose. Facility decisions arrive one at a time, each a single measurement with no natural subgroup to average. So the correct choice is the individuals and moving range chart, the IMR. Pick the wrong chart and the limits lie. She feeds it the lead times under the new process, week after week, and the platform draws both. On top, the individuals chart, the new average, now inside the 5-day goal with control limits calculated from the data itself, not wished for. And scroll down, below it, the moving range chart, watching the variation between one file and the next, because a stable average with wild swings is not really in control at all. This is the difference between a dashboard and a control chart. A dashboard tells you the number. A control chart tells you whether the number is behaving, whether a blip is ordinary noise or a genuine signal that something has changed and someone must act. Both charts agree. In control. Here's the discipline the chart enforces, and it is the most misunderstood idea in management. Every process varies. No 2 files take exactly the same time. The fatal mistake is reacting to every wiggle as if it meant something, praising a good week, punishing a bad one, tampering with a process that was only ever showing normal noise. The control limits draw the line. Inside them, noise, leave it alone. A point outside or a run trending one way. Signal. Investigate now. This single distinction stops the 2 great sins at once, ignoring a real problem and overreacting to a fake one. Sight without a plan is just anxiety. So Nadia builds the control plan, the document that turns the chart into action. For each thing that must stay true, a ROW, what we measure, facility lead time, how, the control chart, weekly, who owns it, the queue owner by name, and the reaction. If a point breaches the upper limit, the owner pulls the file the same day and logs the cause. She adds the guardrails from the FMEA too, the checklist gate, the delegated authority cap. This is the project's memory, written down. And now she closes the loop on the fixes themselves, marking each recommendation implemented and logging the realized gain right beside the claim. The queue owner and parallel review delivered the lead time cut they promised. Claimed became realized, the variance small, the plan honest. The process survives the people who built it, and the next owner inherits the rules, not a rumor. 2 moves to make it stick, and 1 final proof. First, visibility for everyone. The control chart and the plan roll up into the workspace summary. The sponsor sees the number in control without asking, and drift shows on a screen before it shows in a complaint. Second, the standard becomes the default. The queue owner's daily pull, the parallel review path, the checklist gate, captured as simply, how we do it here. Then the proof it worked. Nadia reopens the capability tab and feeds it the new lead times. The number that was hopeless in measure, a CPK deep in the negative, defects nearly everywhere, turns the corner. The process the data once called incapable of 5 days now holds inside it, the defect rate collapsing more than tenfold. Capable, on the record. And one last place to see the whole story, The activity feed. Every charter edit, every voice captured, every section marked complete, time-stamped and attributed. The project's memory, and no one can quietly rewrite it. The system, not the heroics, is what holds the line from here. Step back and see what control really bought. The improvement is no longer attached to a hero or a project team. It's attached to a chart that watches, a plan that names names, a dashboard that surfaces drift, and a standard that makes the right way the easy way. That is the difference between a result and a capability. A result is 6 days this quarter. A capability is 6 days next year and the year after under a different team, because the system, not the heroics, holds it there. The team didn't just fix the process, they made the fix permanent. So the corporate facility process is transformed and, more importantly, defended. 18 days to 6, a control chart on watch, a plan with an owner, a dashboard the boardroom can see, and the standard baked into how the work is done. The gain won't quietly walk away this time because the system is built to hold it. One episode remains, and it's the one the whole season was building toward. Nadia takes it all, the numbers, the evidence, the money, into the boardroom, marks the project complete, and answers the only question an executive ever really asks. Was it worth it? The finale next. See you there.